What if I told you something? Aging is inevitable, but how fast you age is largely in your hands. Science now knows this. Inside your cells, at both ends of your DNA, there are tiny protective caps. When these caps are strong, your cells stay young and powerful. When they wear down, your cells begin to age, break down, and become vulnerable to disease. And here is what we have learned. What you eat directly affects these caps. Some foods damage these protective caps and age you faster than you should be aging. But some foods do the opposite. They protect them, strengthen them, and even help repair them. Today I'm going to show you those foods. 10. Echinacea, North America's longevity herb. Echinacea is a purple flowered plant that grows in the meadows of North America. Native Americans have been using it for over 400 years for everything from toothaches to snake bites. But what makes Echinacea truly remarkable is its connection to the immune system. Think of it this way. Your body has a defense army. The most powerful soldiers in that army are natural killer cells, the ones that detect and destroy cancer cells and viruses before they can cause damage. As we age, these soldiers decline in number and weaken. As a result, we get sick more often, and our body loses its ability to clean out damaged cells. This is where Echinacea steps in. In a landmark study, mice that consumed Echinacea every day throughout their lives maintained consistently high levels of natural killer cells. At 10 months of age, 79% of the control group was still alive, while every single mouse in the Echinacea group was still alive. By 13 months, the control group had dropped to 46% survival, while the Echinacea group remained at 74%. This is a striking finding, showing that a plant capable of keeping the immune system young can also extend lifespan itself. How do you use it? 1 cup of Echinacea tea per day. You can find it easily in health stores or herbal shops. Regular use during winter months is especially recommended. 9. Broccoli, the cellular cleanser. Broccoli looks ordinary, but it is one of the vegetables that has excited the scientific world most in recent years. The reason is a compound it contains called sulforaphane. When you eat broccoli, this compound activates a protection system inside your body. This system helps your cells repair themselves, defend against harmful substances, and reduce the damage that triggers aging. In simple terms, broccoli switches your cells into a cleaning mode. Science is remarkably clear on this. Sulforaphane's ability to slow cellular aging, reduce oxidative damage, and protect DNA has been confirmed in dozens of studies. It is also powerful for the brain. Clinical studies showed that sulforaphane improves cognitive processing speed and memory in adults. And here is one more thing worth knowing. Sulforaphane protects your telomeres, those protective caps at the ends of your DNA that we talked about at the beginning. So it is not just working for your cells today, it is working for your future cells as well. How do you use it? Eat broccoli at least 3 times a week. Do not overcook it. Steam it lightly, or eat it raw. Cooking it too long reduces the sulforaphane content significantly, and broccoli sprouts contain far more sulforaphane than regular broccoli, so they are worth adding to your routine as well. 8. Avocado, the shield of cell membranes. Avocado has become very popular in recent years, but most people do not fully understand what makes it so special. The power of avocado in fighting aging comes from the healthy fats it contains. These fats strengthen the membrane surrounding each of your cells. The stronger that membrane is, the longer the cell lives and the better it functions. Beyond that, avocado contains compounds called phytosterols. These compounds protect the mitochondria, the energy factory of your cells, against aging. The better your mitochondria function, the more energetic and youthful you feel. A study published in 2025 found that avocado oil slows aging through its antioxidant effects and reduces cellular stress. Its protective effect on liver and heart cells in particular was noted as especially significant. Avocado is also a rich source of antioxidants. It helps clear harmful substances from your body, reduces inflammation, and supports the elasticity of your skin. How do you use it? Half an avocado 3 to 4 times a week is sufficient. Add it to salads, spread it on bread, or blend it into smoothies. Consuming it alongside olive oil increases absorption of its beneficial compounds. 7. Salmon, the ocean's anti-aging fish. Salmon has always had a place on the tables of the world's longest living communities. The people of Okinawa in Japan, Icelanders, and Scandinavian communities have consumed this fish as a staple food for centuries. The reason is now much clearer. The omega-3 fatty acids in salmon directly affect your telomeres, those protective caps at the ends of your DNA that keep your cells young. Research published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that people with higher omega-3 intake preserved their telomere length better and showed significantly lower markers of cellular aging. In simple terms, more omega-3 means more slowly aging cells, but the benefits of salmon do not stop there. It has a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. Chronic inflammation, meaning your body being in a constant low-level state of fire, is one of the biggest accelerators of aging. Salmon helps put out that fire. It also contains a natural pigment called astaxanthin, which is an extraordinarily powerful antioxidant. This compound protects the skin from UV damage, slows brain aging, and supports muscle strength. How do you use it? Eat salmon 2 to 3 times a week. Grill it or bake it in the oven. Avoid cooking it at very high temperatures because omega-3 fatty acids are sensitive to heat. 6. Grapes. The source of life-extending polyphenols. Grapes are one of humanity's oldest cultivated plants. They were grown in ancient Egypt for wine production. In ancient Greece, they were considered the drink of the gods. Mediterranean civilizations have kept them on their tables for thousands of years. Modern science is now explaining why this ancient love was so well founded. In the skin and seeds of grapes, there is a special compound called resveratrol. This compound activates your longevity genes. Yes, you read that correctly. Scientists have discovered genes associated with long life and shown that resveratrol switches them on. Resveratrol works through multiple mechanisms at the same time. It reduces the oxidative damage that triggers cellular aging. It suppresses inflammation. It rejuvenates the mitochondria. And it supports the process by which cells clean out their own damaged components. Research shows that resveratrol has a protective effect against many age-related diseases, including Alzheimer's disease, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. How do you use it? Dark-coloured grapes, especially black and purple varieties, contain the most resveratrol. A handful per day is sufficient. Grape seed extract is also an effective alternative. Eating grapes with their skin and seeds intact delivers significantly more benefit than peeling them. 5. Pomegranate, the mitochondria rejuvenator. Pomegranate was one of the most sacred fruits of the ancient world. In ancient Egypt, it was placed in tombs as a symbol of eternity. In ancient Greek mythology, it became synonymous with immortality and renewal. In Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cultures, it has been used for thousands of years as both a symbol of healing and abundance. And modern science is now explaining why they held it in such high regard. When you eat pomegranate, your gut bacteria convert it into a special compound called urolithin A. This compound slows the aging of your mitochondria, the energy factories inside your cells. The healthier your mitochondria are, the longer your cells live, the higher your energy levels, and the stronger your muscles stay. This process matters enormously because mitochondrial dysfunction is one of the core mechanisms of aging. As cells get older, their mitochondria gradually become less and less efficient. Urolithin A slows down this deterioration. Pomegranate is also a powerful antioxidant. Some studies found it contains even higher antioxidant levels than red wine and green tea. It offers protective effects against UV damage that ages the skin, and it reduces inflammation throughout the body. How do you use it? Consume it as fresh pomegranate or pure pomegranate juice. 1 glass of pomegranate juice per day is sufficient. Avoid pomegranate juices with added sugar, or peel a fresh pomegranate and add the seeds to your salads. 4. Walnuts, the protector of telomeres. The way a walnut looks like a human brain never quite feels like a coincidence, and indeed science has confirmed the powerful effect of walnuts on brain health time and again. But the role of walnuts in fighting aging goes far beyond the brain. Walnuts are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, and their antioxidant content is well ahead of other nuts when compared side by side. One study found that walnuts were significantly superior to other nuts in suppressing cancer cell growth, but the most striking finding involves telomeres. In a clinical study conducted over 2 years, older adults were given walnuts regularly. The result was that those who consumed walnuts experienced far less telomere shortening. Compared to the control group, cellular aging had slowed down meaningfully. The longer your telomeres stay intact, the younger your cells function, and the more slowly you age. Walnuts are also a powerful anti-inflammatory. They protect heart health, support brain function, and feed your gut microbiome. How do you use it? One handful per day, roughly 7 to 10 walnuts, is sufficient. Add them to your breakfast, sprinkle them over yogurt, or eat them as an afternoon snack. Always choose raw walnuts over roasted ones. 3. Blueberries. The blue shield of DNA. Blueberries are small but extraordinarily powerful. These tiny blue fruits are among the most studied foods in the scientific world for their antioxidant content. And the research consistently points to the same conclusion. Blueberries slow cellular aging. The anthocyanins they contain, the compounds that give the fruit its deep blue and purple colour, reduce DNA damage and protect telomeres. A comprehensive study from Harvard University found that regular blueberry consumption made people biologically 1.5 years younger. In other words, your calendar age stays the same, but your cells function as if they are younger. Blueberries also slow brain aging. Multiple studies showed that regular consumption delays memory loss and slows cognitive decline. They are powerful for the skin as well. Their antioxidants protect the skin from UV damage and free radicals. They support collagen production and help the skin preserve its elasticity over time. And for heart health too. Research shows that regular blueberry consumption lowers blood pressure and reduces arterial stiffness. How do you use them? One handful of fresh or frozen blueberries per day is sufficient. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies. Frozen blueberries are just as effective as fresh ones and considerably more affordable. 2. Turmeric. The enemy of inflammation, the friend of youth. We touched on turmeric before in our brain health video, but when it comes to aging, there is much more to say. One of the biggest accelerators of aging is chronic inflammation. Your body being in a constant low-level state of fire. This fire wears down cells, damages DNA, and shortens telomeres. It is slow but relentless destruction. The curcumin in turmeric puts out that fire. It does this through a very powerful mechanism. It blocks the main pathway that triggers inflammation, known as the NF-κB pathway. Think of this pathway as the master switch of the fire inside your body. Curcumin turns that switch off. Research shows that curcumin reduces DNA damage, protects telomeres, and activates the process by which cells clean out their own damaged components. This cleaning process removes old and broken cell parts from the body and keeps cells functioning young. One important note: curcumin on its own is poorly absorbed by the body, but when consumed alongside black pepper absorption, increases by 95%. So whenever you use turmeric, always add a little black pepper alongside it. How do you use it? Add turmeric to your meals. Make a turmeric latte, also known as golden milk. Add it to smoothies, and always make sure there is black pepper with it. 1. Panax Ginseng, the longevity plant of 5,000 years. Ginseng is the most prized plant in Chinese medicine, used for 5,000 years. Ancient Chinese emperors considered it more valuable than gold. In Korea, it is known as the root that resembles a human, because its slowly growing root bears a striking resemblance to the human body. During the Cold War, Russian researchers studied ginseng in classified programs for astronauts and elite athletes. And modern science now understands why it is so special. The compounds inside ginseng, called ginsenosides, do something very specific inside your body. They directly influence the pathways that regulate how your cells age. They accelerate the clearing of damaged cells, and they support the survival of healthy ones. Research shows that ginseng consumption preserves telomere length. It has been shown to reduce the activation of senescent cells, meaning it keeps the body in a younger cellular profile for longer. It strengthens the immune system and supports the energy levels that naturally decline with age. Long-term observational studies conducted in Korea found that regular ginseng consumers were significantly more resistant to age-related diseases and had a meaningfully lower overall mortality risk. One important thing to know: ginseng is not a plant whose effects are felt immediately. Its benefits accumulate over time. At least 3 months of consistent use is needed before the full effects become apparent. How do you use it? 1 cup of ginseng tea per day. You can find it in herbal shops or health stores in capsule or extract form. Korean ginseng, also known as red ginseng, has been shown to produce stronger effects compared to white ginseng. Today I showed you 10 foods: echinacea, broccoli, avocado, salmon, grapes, pomegranate, walnuts, blueberries, turmeric, and Panax Ginseng. But what I really told you is this: aging is inevitable. But you have far more control over its speed than most people realise. Your cells respond to the choices you make every single day. What you eat today influences how your cells will function tomorrow, and that influence accumulates over weeks, months, and years. The longest living people in the world did not take medications. Most did not follow exercise programs. They simply knew instinctively, for thousands of years, what was right for their bodies. Now science knows it too. Pick one of these 10 foods. Start today. One small step. Consistently. Because the best time has always been now. Write in the comments which food you are starting with. I read every single one.